KO State Running here, powered by Marathon Sports, sponsored by New Balance. We're here at the Rhode Island Interscholastic League Class Championships. We have 6 races here, 6 varsity races plus a junior varsity state meet, beginning with Class B, Class C, and Class A, with the junior varsity state meet in between. But Danny, I'm here alongside Bishop Hendrick and Coach Danny Brennan. So Danny, a perfect day for racing. I mean, we got the sun out. It's cool. It's about 50 degrees, maybe a little cooler right now, but it's gonna warm up a little bit. But
yeah,
what can you say about this?
Absolutely perfect day. You know, I'm looking my phone real quick. It's saying it's about 47 out here and beautiful. Foster, Gloucester, Pontiac High School, and a great day for running. It's clear skies, no precipitation, no humidity, dew point is low, so hoping to see some awesome races first, and starting off, with the girls Class B. Last year in girls Class B, we had the champion come from Portsmouth High School, Allie Call. Allie is graduated and she's in college now. And our team champions were the East Greenwich Avengers. And I think the East Greenwich Avengers, when I looked at things, Steve, over the course of the season, and you did too, East Greenwich, I would say, is probably the favorite going into the phase.
Yeah, I think definitely, and I think Barrington may be right behind him in second, potentially battling there, but I think it's East Greenwich.
Yeah, team battle, I would say East Greenwich. I would say Barrington. You never know, what South Kingstown or even Mount Hope, could be in the mix. And when we talk about Mount Hope, we go to the individual battle for the race champion, and I think it would be remiss if we don't mention multiple-time first-team All-Stater Jessica the Real Deal. Jessica is someone that really shines when it comes to championship season, so it'd be really interesting to see what she can pull out of her hat today come for the Class B championship.
Yeah, and I think also Evelyn Lafort of Barrington,
yep.
She's got to be considered one of the favorites too. She did 1852 at the Twilight Invitational. Granted, that is a fast course down in the Cape, but it's still, even if you had 30 seconds to it, which I think you should, it's still a decent time. In the class meet, they always come to race too, so the times are going to be a little faster because of the competition.
Absolutely. Evelyn Lafort has had a great season leading Barrington all year. So hopefully, she can lead them. Barrington is one of those teams that's always on the border, bouncing between Class A or Class B. But here we go. It looks like they are on the line right now. Starter Varnum Elliott. He's in their hands right now after the meet instructions from official Keith Lawton. So we're going to see them all here, this first mile down here on the flats in the fields. So we'll be able to see a good way that the race is going to shape up.
Yeah, and some of the teams that are lined up, we're going to have Pontiac at Smithfield, Juanita Sanchez, West Warwick. Here we go. Davies Tech, East Greenwich, Lincoln, North Providence, Portsmouth, Barrington, Johnson, Central Falls, Chariho, and Mount Hope.
Small field, the class championship, we always have relatively smaller fields. Class A, B, and C, large, medium, and small. And we did not mention, one we did not mention is Chariho's Meriden Algie. Meriden was the freshman state champion. She is right out there in the front right now. We should have mentioned her in the race preview as well.
Yeah, she's. I saw her at the freshman state meet, and she really looked great.
Yep. So it looks like the race is, thinning out pretty early. The girls Class B, but it's going to be a battle up front. It looks like Meriden has taken the lead early on. We're not even a quarter mile in, but she has some company out there. That could be from East Greenwich in second place. That may be Olive Willis or Allie Walsh, either one of the East Greenwich runners that could be going right there with her for second.
Now, this is a race that can get interesting. When you got teams in the hunt, usually their athletes are going to hold back, but then when you have teams that really aren't in the hunt, maybe some of those athletes are going to go a little quicker, like somebody like an Algie here today. So it will be interesting to see how things develop.
Yeah, different goals for different teams. Some teams are already qualified for the state meet, so they want to use this as a dress rehearsal. Some teams are fighting for their chance to qualify from the class championship. And some individuals are trying to qualify on their own. But then you have an odd case like Meriden right here, who is coming off the freshman state championship just on Monday. And, you know, sometimes people say, you know, you might have a little lactic built up in your legs, you know, but she is out, you know, pretty far right now, doing a great job. That's East Greenwich in second, Smithfield in third, a couple Pontigansett Chieftains on their home course with Jessica Deal sitting back now in fourth. Looks like we have 4 East Greenwich runners, a couple Smithfield, and then Barrington running together, all 5 together. So we'll see how this is going to play out in the team battle very soon.
Yeah, and here we have, I don't know, how many runners you think we have here? Probably a little over 100, or actually more than maybe 150?
No. This is probably just about 100 runners, I would say.
Okay, it looks like we're approaching the mile mark, and it's still Algie right there out in front. Going to be just over 6 minutes.
Just over 6 minutes, you know, coming through. She looks pretty comfortable right now. Unofficially 6:05, 6:06. That's East Greenwich's Allie Walsh sitting in second. Jessica Deal from Mount Hope in third and about 6:14. We got Barrington. We now have 3 East Greenwich runners. All right.
And there's number 4 for East Greenwich.
East Greenwich is 4, Pontigansett second, Mount Hope second, Barrington second, and it looks like coming up now we have a pack where it's going to be Barrington's 2, 3, and 4 runners, 5 runners as well, but also is going to be East Greenwich's 5th. So at the mile, we can definitely say East Greenwich in the lead, Barrington in second, Pontigansett looks like they're in third at the mile. But it is a 2-lady race between Meriden Algie and Allie Walsh from East Greenwich right now. Let's see what happens in the back loop if multiple-time All-Stater Jessica Deal can close that gap.
Yeah, and Barrington, if they want to even come close to, you know, challenging East Greenwich, they're going to really have to do some work inside the woods. And Danny, like I was telling you earlier, right before we came on, somebody like Algie, being a freshman, she's got some talent, but I don't think she has as much pressure as everybody else. She's only a freshman, so she can pretty much take a gamble like she's doing today.
No pressure at all, you know, running free and clear. You know, doesn't really have to worry about too much. So let's see what she can do. I know she has some great race experience on the youth level, running, you know, for CLCF and Frank Notoriani, having some experience at the 400, 800 levels, but really succeeding now in Rhode Island cross country at the 2.5 to 5K levels.
And a very confident kid for such a young runner.
Yep. East Greenwich is, you know, looking to repeat, you know, their Class B championship. They were Class B champs last year with a low score of 27 points. So they are looking for that team competition to win and repeat as well.
Yeah, what can you tell me about the woods? The woods, obviously more challenging than what we're seeing right here with our eyes.
Yep, yeah, first mile, you know, very flat, a lot in the fields, but right after we get past the mile mark, we have a steep uphill at 1.1, then a gradual downhill. You know, it brings us to that back loop, and then at about 1.5 miles, it starts a climb back up. So really you can see that it can be deceiving. If you want to go out real hard and run those downhills hard, you could pay for it on the back half of the hill. So a lot really changes on that back loop, and we'll see as they come screaming on the downhill right before the 4K mark.
Yeah, I would definitely consider this course like what you consider a moderately challenging 5K.
Awesome.
Okay, it looks like we're going to have the leader pretty soon. Will it be Algie?
Oh, the real deal, Jessica Deal in the lead. Tried and true. The experienced runner on the back hills, knowing what she's doing, showing up for championship season. Jessica Deal in the lead, in control of the race, and that looks like Barrington's Evelyn Lafort going out conservatively as well. Then we have our 1-2 at the mile. That is Allie Walsh from East Greenwich and Meriden Algie from Chariho, making up our top 4 right before the 4,000 meter mark.
So we're waiting for, we believe, Jessica Deal of Mount Hope to be coming across this finish line first.
Why are you playing a venue?
So she had a decent gap coming out of those woods.
Yeah, she definitely looked like she was in control at the tennis courts. You know, as we look up here at the tree line, absolutely in control. Jessica Deal in first place. Second place looked like it was still Evelyn Lafort from Barrington.
You know, she certainly dials it in when it's championship time. She's a 3-time All-Stater, a 2-time first-team All-Stater.
Absolutely.
And
looks
now
like
a class champ.
Yeah, looks like she's, you know, saving her best races for the end of the season. You know, looking to be under that 20-minute mark on the course, running largely, you know, at least the last mile by herself. But your Class B champion from Mount Hope is going to be Jessica Deal, the senior. Unofficially in 1931 for Deal.
So not a bad time with the state meet next week.
Absolutely, and now we see what's going to happen on the team battle. That's Barrington's Evelyn Lafort in 1948 with the runner-up honors. Meriden Algie from Charahoe, who took the race out very hard, finishing strong, showing that track speed. But we have a great finish from the Lincoln athlete, finishing fourth as well, and Allie Walsh from East Greenwich finishing in 20:06. We'll see what happens now in the team battle. Walsh from East Greenwich in the 5th place position. Another runner from East Greenwich now finishing 6th. They have 2 scorers in, and when we look down at the line of pumpkins, we see a 3rd East Greenwich runner. So it looks like they're about to put 3 finishers in the top 7.
And then way back, looks like even another one coming.
We see some more maroon first finisher from Portsmouth.
So it does look like this is going to be East Greenwich's race unless something really drastically happens.
Yeah, it looks like the Avengers are absolutely in control and hoping to defend their Class B title, their 4th runner in 2055.
Great job, great race.
And looks like another Mount Hope runner.
2 from Mount Hope, 2 from Ponagansett, and the 2nd from Barrington as well. Looks like we're going to have some Barrington finishers coming through right now, looking down the straight. Barrington's 3, Barrington's 4, and Barrington's 5. Looks like Barrington's going to be the first to put 5 through the line, but that 5, 6, 7 finish of East Greenwich might be too much to make up, because it looks like we see East Greenwich's 5th runner coming down the straight right now behind our 2 Portsmouth athletes. There's East Greenwich's 5.
Through the chute, girls, through the chute. Great job, great race. Keep moving through the chute.
So again, their 2nd straight title, right? East Greenwich. If it's official.
At least 2nd straight. They might have more than that.
Great job, girls, great job. Keep moving through the chute. Through the chute, through the chute, that way. Great job, girls. Keep moving through the chute, all the way through. All the way through.
Like I said, you know, absolutely perfect conditions. There's a little wind, but I mean, it doesn't seem like it's really going to make a difference.
Yeah, this is great. You know, we got the boys race coming up in about 8 minutes. You know, looking to have an awesome day of racing here. Great start to our day of racing here at Ponagansett High School.